Hello everyone and welcome back to Metaphor. Last time, bad things happened. Like everything went wrong, probably.
In the end, it's someone else's problem. It is sad,
And this time, we're gonna go try and fix all the bad. Most of the bad. No lookouts that I can see will not be discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please. It's so quiet, it's kinda creepy.
So.
I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but we cannot let us stop us here.
I'm a little worried.
And look at that, there's more. What do you say, Stroll? Let's head to the cathedral. We're going after that necromancer. We're going to catch him for Grease's sake as well.
Alright.
Just as I thought, this area has to be yet sealed off. We should be able to enter through here.
Look.
Let's go straight in.
Ready?
I don't have anything to do in Academia, I believe, and if I do, well, we screwed up. But who cares? It's a blind playthrough mostly, until we get to the end of the demo, which is soon. We got no choice but to steal ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open for us. The area looks clear, let's hurry. And I see a chest immediately inside of a wall. One of those spooky doors. And items. Ah, the door's closed. Locked, actually. This one too? This one too. So, no choice but spooky door. Let's head through. I mean, yeah. It's probably gonna be another spooky crystal.
Yeah.
And maybe a human. So let's head in.
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
Strange as he is, that pale fellow's magic works. Good for rooting out the rats.
That blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it? At least you'll be in good company.
It can't be.
No way.
Alsace. Alsace, stop it! Don't! Why would you die for revenge of all things? The man I fought besides was not so ruled by anger and malice. Alsace, tell me, please. Is this the price of my failure, then? The prince, for having lost him, you too would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with his highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail, and now I... Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong! The prince is alive!
Hey!
He's right. We do hunt Luis. but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
Is that true? His Highness is still...
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting.
You mean, if that's true, then I...
O lodestar who wanders in solemn duty, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Now my new calling, transcending all oaths, I choose life of my own will!
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken.
My name is Aislinn Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg. I am knight, I am commander, and last of the Honor Guard! Once more, I take up arms in my liege's name!
Alcest, I will see you freed.
Oh, it's always so cool. I love awakening scenes.
In his royal name, with this power, I shall open the way! Alcest, 'tis almost finished.
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
Synthesis skills. I take 2 turn icons instead of 1. And I believe it uses MP from both participants.
I'm so sorry.
We have unlocked a lot of them. And the thing is, this archetype has no attacks, at least to start with. And it's very, very defensive.
Allies, together!
Now let's see. Jump thrust, medium pierce damage to one enemy and lowers their defense. Yeah, we're doing that.
Coordination is key.
Hey, a trophy for using one of them. And some of them have special animations that look very, very cool.
In the name of justice.
Even more.
Let's get on with it.
We only have 1 turn icon, so we can't use them. But we have round slash with either Hulkenberg or
Something else. I
Silas.
shall
Good to know.
vanquish evil.
Let's just hit him hard. Really hard. Yeah. Hey, that's the thing you did before. That one episode that got me all flustered because I didn't know what it was. No synthesis available on the mage. Let's see, weak to light. Imagine. Yep.
By the sworn oaths of night, let us fight as one!
We'll team up.
More jump thrusts because they deal a lot of damage, and defense down is cool for boss fights. $310. Beautiful. He's almost down. We are almost down as well. But I think we're fine. Just keep hitting him. And maybe we should use this
I stand waiting.
to make sure he doesn't go for stroll. And maybe this will do it. Sure did.
Alcest!
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands.
We'll do as you ask, friend. I swear it.
Feels bad. My poor Grease, he did nothing wrong.
That'll do. I feel stronger.
We're gonna put a point in endurance. Because that fucking hurt.
I shall rise to the occasion.
Grease's memento.
Rest now, Alsace. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Oh. Isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? It gives me the same nasty feeling. Come on. Let's just destroy it.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there? On the night the prince was attacked?
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then. We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alsace was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. 'Tis nothing. Let us go.
Don't "'tis nothing" me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But...
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say you? We can withdraw for now, right?
We should. She's in no condition to be fighting.
Yes. We should head back.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then.
Ah, you're just in time. Maria's awake. She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look.
Grease entrusted his belongings to us.
Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Luis to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Don't worry. I've no intention of giving up now.
What do you think? Are you going after Luis?
Of course.
Of course I am.
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Luis's death? Knowing the truth, may I join your cause? I heard of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Luis clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness, the prince's life is saved. I will fight through all obstacles.
We'd be happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
Of course.
I hope we can count on you.
I'm sure she'll be a great help to us.
Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
Hulkenberg, the ever-loyal knight, has become your ally. I can't help but feel like she's a substitute to Grease, sadly. She's a tank, as we can clearly see from her archetype being defense-based. And Grease had a lot of defense as well. Anyway, I'm sure with time I'll get over it and I'll see her as her own thing. I can only hope that day comes soon.
And trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
At least we get
The
a bond.
steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I would stake my
Knight
very life upon
archetype.
it.
Right leg. I sense the heroic embodiment of the knight from Hulkenberg.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we ought to show her. Here. This is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time.
His Royal Highness.
He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Luis.
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. 'Tis enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the mourning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare. But what did he mean when he told us to wait for the Day of Calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
A little.
Of course I do.
That's not your burden to bear alone, okay? I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even give proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica.
You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say. My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up. Grius gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
Oh, I can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. Level 2. I wasn't expecting that.
On the here and now, not the past.
Reduces the magla cost of studying the mage lineage. And the voices of followers can now be heard even from far away. That's interesting.
Well, we should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow. Let's rest.
Why don't we rest early to prepare for tomorrow? Because I have to pick up things from Grius's room, I think.
What?
As Fulcum. Whoops, not that room. It's Maria's. Oh. Hello. Grius, to think that he's gone. I only wish I could have thanked him. We owe him for leading us to a real knight. I confess I was relieved to see his highness, though he's certainly grown since I knew him. Tonight we shall all have our due rest and prepare for tomorrow. To finish Alcestis' fight is a grand undertaking, and we cannot fail him. And in the kitchen, is there something? I shouldn't take things from the kitchen. Where is Grius's room, though? Oh, no, not through there. Where do I get Grius's things? I'll figure it out some other day. I can faintly hear the hustle and bustle of the city from beyond the closed shutters. Yeah, no idea. I'll figure it out. Just in case I'm going to save real quick. Just in case it's missable. You never know. And let's go to bed.
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
Apparently, we've been invited to academia.
I saw it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss. Yet, I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
The mag used by Grievous has been inherited and returned to Silas's soul. Well, at
Yet
least we
be
get a
warned,
refund.
Such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested, time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
Another hero sentence. He heard me last time when I said that only Plateau gave us things. Archetype experience items. Yep, okay. You cannot use them from the menu. Oh, you can. I cannot read. You can use them from the menu.
Forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided. And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such. A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded in his collar, too. Much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place. If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you?
Every
You'll find
time.
him a most helpful companion. If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
I will pet him every time.
What?
Something's amiss. Is the spell broken? Has the crystal on the ground been shattered? No, surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly.
No matter.
Trivial, all of it. More importantly, a rather complicated sealing spell, but I see its workings. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the hull of the royal scepter, the planet's near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer. I am evil, can't you tell?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Sorry.
I apologize that we've commandeered your
Think
home.
nothing of it.
This is my fight too. You're going after that man in the cathedral, aren't you? Yes, surely, before the day of calamity that he's warned about. I don't know what he's plotting, but I want nothing more than to foil it. We can't let a tragedy that would rob this country of its future come to pass. Not only for the prince, but for Grievous as well.
I'd say
One last matter, I am yet unused to this strange power. Once we take the field again, I will look to another for orders. Silas, you seem best suited to the task. That is the role you've been serving thus far, yes?
It'll be all right.
No objections here. He's certainly gotten me out of plenty of nasty situations. I agree, you up to that? Of course.
yeah.
May you lead us to victory.
True.
I suppose that would make you our captain. Don't blame me if something bad happens, okay? A fitting title for a company's tactical authority, no? You talk in very weird words. I'm gonna get stuck in them a lot, I can already tell. It's kind of a miracle that it hasn't happened yet, but just a matter of time.
For real.
I guess, but it sounds so formal. I don't know if we could get used to calling them that. As for when we return to the cathedral, yours is the final say. But we'd better... There it is. But we'd better served by prudence than haste.
Yeah.
Right, let's make sure we're ready for this. Gallica, when it's time to go, you give us the word. Yeah, got it. Stay calm, everyone. You can do this. And this, I believe, is where the demo starts to end. Operation Necromancer Takedown. Luis's Necromancer subordinate must be stopped. I need to discover Luis's whereabouts as well. Who knows what could happen on the day of the prophesied calamity. Deadline June 21st. That's June, right? Yes. You may call me silly or stupid, but I can never remember the order of months. I need the text to say which month it is, or else I have to really think about it. I don't know why I'm admitting this, but there it is. Failure to complete your mission by the deadline will result in a game over. Whoopsies. On a given day, you have time to do one thing during daytime, another at nighttime, just like in Persona. On the local map, there are icons indicating where you can hone your royal virtues. People have requests on where your followers are. Raising your royal virtues and strengthening your bonds with your followers is the key to obtaining new archetypes. Which is why I'm going to prioritize those, I think. If an action will consume time, the choice will be marked with a clock symbol.
Hey there!
You got a sec? I was thinking, isn't Crag just huge? All this running from end to end must be so tiring, so I was thinking... You've got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you can do something cool with it. Grease said that sword was forged with magla. With a little magic, I think I can make it float. That's what the prince used to do, remember? So let's give it a try. Picture levitating, then see if you can stand on it. Blade riding!
We should go.
The first thing we need to do is head to the Grand Cathedral. But this is cooler because it was in the trailers. Also, we have quests.
Can't see a single
Oh, what shall I do? I cannot buy the medicine that my sick daughter needs. Medicine? Is it that expensive? Yes, it is, or to put it more accurately, it costs more than what a star in this city is capable of earning. My daughter won't be long for this world if I can get my hands on this medicine. My heart aches to see, so racked by her cough. I'm gonna buy it for you. Our mission is still our top priority, but it shouldn't take up too much of our time to squeeze in a little shopping trip and help them out.
You there?
What? Don't be ridiculous. We must start treated poorly, but the people here hate the Elder even more. I heard that all Elder are anathema to the Sanctus. The medicine can be purchased at a church, but I doubt they'll do business with you. We'll try. Well, it's a respiratory medicine called the Breath of Fresh Air. They sell it at St. Firmus Church. I am hesitant to get my hopes up. But should you somehow obtain it, please bring it to me. Should be on Solomia Street. Think they'll sell us medicine?
Give it a shot.
5 days. Oof. Take on request. What? You could even unlock a new archetype. We will do quests. The harder the request, the greater the reward you can expect. You may be requested to slay certain monsters outside the city, for example. You can view requests you've already taken in the quest section in the menu. And they have time limits. This one's time limit probably bad. I don't want it to expire. Hello, Hulkenberg. How are you? I apologize for making you shoulder the burden of captaincy, but if you have the strength the title demands, I trust you to will it well. We cannot leave the Grand Cathedral in its current state. Shall we be off to it then? Not yet. The time we do have more time, so let's go ahead and check out stuff. Hello, you. Greetings, Elder Boy. We don't see many of your tribe in the royal capital, though we're similar in that way. Have you heard of the Mustari tribe? We too are widely seen in Grand Trap. Yeah, I just took a quest from one of you. So we've met up with Mustari before, but I doubt you know everything about us, yes? So then, any interest in our history and why we live our lives scheduled in the press, I'll share if you'd like to know. Study history. Learning more about them may help us better support those in need, right? Might improve my tolerance. It's going to take some time, so if you had other plans for today, let's come at a later time.
Fair enough.
We will do that. Come back at another time. Because I believe there are more quests to pick up in Grand Thread.
What's it all got to do with us anyway?
So let's go look for them. Sandomir Street. At the very least, we have to go here to the church. And hello, you. Analda, sorry, but would you mind keeping distance from... No, wait, are you perhaps the elder who's been frequenting the Hush Honeybee Inn late?
Grand, innit?
So, you'd not deny it? Oh, I'm jealous. You see, I work in a very high-end hotel as an apprentice cook. But so far, all I've been entrusted with are chores. My dream is to become a 5-star chef. To that end, I've been researching the various cuisines of the city, and the Hush Honeybee Inn caught my nose, if you will. I made the mistake of telling my superiors I wanted to go, but they stopped me cold. If I learned how to cook from a paribus, it would damage our kitchen's reputation, they said. They told me if I even get caught setting foot in Sunshade Row, I'd be fired on the spot. I'm an idiot, and he doesn't even trust me. It's the same tired prejudices. Needy are a liar who succeeds, and so on. So it's not too much trouble. Could I ask you for help with something? I'd like you to help out with the cooking of the Hush Honeybee, and then report back to me about what it was like. The only catch is, my employer has some high priority guests coming soon. So if possible, I'd like you to get back to me by June 19th. I'd like to learn about the ingredients, what the kitchen's like, and of course, the taste of the food. Naturally, I'll make it worth your while. How's that sound? Sure thing.
Thank you much.
Thank you so much. You're truly kind agreeing to help out a stranger you've only just met. I'll finally know what makes that kitchen tick.
Let's give it a shot.
8 days. Always busy at night. 3 maglet bills, wisdom, and 2,000 money.
Come on.
From what I heard, the Hush Honeybee is really busy at night, so when the sun sets, let's ask Fabienne what we can do to help.
You doing?
She'll probably appreciate it. You go so fast in the story, wow. It's kinda crazy. There's another one to raise virtues over there. Don't think we need to. And if we check the map, we get a tutorial and also another icon over there that tells us we have a quest in this very area. There's a lot. Yeah, the city's biggest. Wow. I don't know. Biggest something. Let's see. Oh, you. I remember you, Elda. Seems I was right about you not being a local. I've heard the rumors. My sources suggest you and Grius were working together. Huh? How do you know that? I own a magic igniter shop, and I do have some sway with the residents of Sunshade Row. But you needn't worry, I have no intention of turning you in. In exchange for my discretion, though, for lack of a better word, would you be willing to do a job for me? What job? A dangerous one, shall we say. I imagine a colleague of Grius would likely have the skill and discretion required. However, perhaps I'd better look elsewhere. I didn't realize how young you were on the first glance. I prefer to work with someone who already understands how the world works to some degree. Too much risk otherwise. Don't want your death on my conscience. Thanks. Proving your virtue. This lady owns the igniter shop, right? I bet the pay would be decent. Might as well be worth taking the job if it's nothing too crazy. And we need 2 of wisdom. If my wisdom were informed, I'd be able to judge if I could handle it. I'm not going to be held liable for putting a child in danger. This conversation is over. Hey, just a thought here, but she's not really seeing you, is she? Not that she thinks you're a bad guy, but she's absolutely fine by your tribe and age. But if we can get her to see... Sorry. But if we can get her to see you as an actual person, I feel like she'd tell us more. I bet we'd make an impression and would help other people around town. Let's see if there's anything we can do for the people here. I bet that'll help you get better at setting yourself apart too. I'll gather information for you, so if you're unsure of anything, just ask. Yes, okay, you do things. So, we can sit at this bench and get a view of the royal capital for wisdom, and I think we will. But first, This seems like the church.
Think I'll forget this, do ya?
That soldier's behaving most suspiciously. He keeps staring at me from across the street. He's supposed to be keeping watch over the igniter shop. What does he hope to accomplish by fixing his gaze upon a fellow guard? From across the street? I think he likes you. Ooh. Church.
This I cannot
Inviting an ally into the church at a time like this. The sanctor should know that even holy beneficence has its limits. I'll leave in just a moment, lady. What business could you even have here? Does it look like we want you here? Your very presence here is a sacrilege against our doctrine. The scriptures tell us that the Elder are a dangerous tribe. They are the inheritors of a treacherous magic that undermines the tenets of Sanctism. The church offers charity to the people, but the truly devout know that the Elder are not people. Wow.
What?
Hey, I'm more happy to leave you to your hate if that's what your church teaches. Let's get what we came for and be on our way. Yeah. I can see that you're an elder. I'll not turn you away if you've come here with a purpose. However, I do hope you will keep it brief. Thanks, I think. Anyway, we heard that you sell a type of medicine called Breath of Fresh Air here. We typically only make the particular remedy available to those who have accepted the light of Sanctism. But let it be known that we practice generosity. By special exception for an elder, you may demonstrate your sincerity by purchasing it for 500 breath. For an elder, you're raising the price because of this tribe? Surely you would not expect your vulgar tribe to stand as equals among the blessed. Our teachings forbid it, thus I ask you to demonstrate your sincerity. Bear in mind to even sell, that is, give them to use a taboo. I'd appreciate a show of gratitude more than words of protest. Me too, Gallica, me too.
Homo shall, God's blessing.
Purify? Judging by the sword upon your hip, I take you're a warrior. If you carry armaments with deadly potential, I can purify them for you. However, no matter how sincere you may be, you're still an elder. You must demonstrate basic understanding of Sanctism if you expect my cooperation. So we also need wisdom to level 2. Okay. Anyway, let's buy this thing at probably a very increased price. But we're saving a life here, so kinda worth it, I suppose. And let's not come back here until we can do stuff. Also, I need to look at the door to leave. I did not think about that. Now, before I go turn in that quest, I'm gonna explore the city a bit more, see if there's any more quests. I feel like that soldier across the street keeps looking at me. He's been doing that for a while now. He's a guard for the church, so he's probably of a high rank. Did I do something wrong? Nah, he just likes you. The whole cathedral business has brought in a lot of customers. I had no choice but to stay open, so what do we have? Holy meat. Oh, cooking ingredient. We'll get one of those. I don't think we can cook yet, and my god, you're about to lose a lot of money.
Now then.
Thank you.
Again, mate.
And I'll probably go sit on that bench for today to raise my wisdom. Sounded like a cry of pain from somewhere nearby. Yeah. This guy? Hey you there, do you have any medicinal herbs? My stomach is killing me. We have 2, yeah, have 1.
You saved me.
You're a kind one. People normally pay no mind to platypus like me, but you really helped me. Here, take this as thanks. Thank you. I hope he gets better. Yeah, me too. Or the other option, he doesn't get better and he comes back here and I can give the other one for another hero's instance. Huh? Ever think about that? Are you staring at? Got no executions planned for the time being. Or do you envy my job? Sorry, I got no plans on stepping down. Okay then. Ah, you believe this freak? He's not moved from that corpse for ages, even as the stink gets worse and worse. And never says a word, no matter what I ask him. You may You ask me, mein fraged folks like him might be even creepier than the cadavers. Okay.
Whatever.
Oil the lad, going somewhere. To you, of course, but I wouldn't go anywhere. The Grand Cathedral if I was you. Rumor has it that Luis, you know the bloke, has sent his private army to occupy it. Unless you fancy losing your life, I wouldn't get tangled up with that lot. You there?
You there?
That's what I said, yes. My dear fellow, is that the fresh air? Did you get that for me? Yeah.
Thank you so very
Oh,
much.
praise be, I give you the deepest of thanks. With this, my daughter can be cured. I apologize for having so little faith in you. People have been quite anxious since the incident at the Grand Cathedral, so the prices on everything have increased. On top of that, the discrimination against the Mustari and other minor tribes has only worsened. Hardly any shops will serve me. But I digress. Allow me to return the favor.
No.
Hardly seems worth the price to do something as simple to purchase medicine. It's wrong that this problem exists within the country in the first place. What you did means the world to me. Thank you truly for saving my daughter's life. Please, you must take this as a token of my gratitude.
Mission accomplished.
Thanks.
Alright.
And 4 blips of points or something towards tolerance. I love how these sound always in every Persona-esque game. Eloquence tongue-tied, it really is me, huh?
Within thee.
Thy present glow comes from one of the splendid virtues already dwelling within thee. This glow serves thee best as the kindling to inflame thy followers' trust in thee. Gather the royal virtues and fulfill thy destiny. Proving your virtues will help you solve your followers' problems and improve your relationships with them. You might improve your virtues by working, aiding people, or testing your courage. Try talking with Gallica for ideas. An accessory, I'm sorry, but what does it do? It's so rusty, I can't tell what it is. I heard that you can get it appraised at a shop. Anywhere will do. I'm afraid I don't know more about it, as none of those places would serve me. Crying out loud, they wouldn't even let you shop. Thank you, though. We should get this looked at, Silas. Excuse me, but now I must administer the medicine to my daughter. Thank you again, and may our divine relic bless this kind young man. Thank you.
Alright then.
Let's see, who are you?
Hey!
If I may ask you just one thing, are you all going to the cathedral? Hey, who told you that? Come yourself. There's no need to be so wary. I won't say a word about it to anyone else. On the contrary, I'd like to help you. I got intel on the monsters within the Grand Cathedral, and you could always use some more information, couldn't you? Information? I'm what some call an informant. I sell information, so how about it? Any interesting in paying for knowledge? Informants can be found sulking in taverns across Uchronia. Consider seeking them out, especially if you want hints about what to do next. Let's see what you have. The Grand Cathedral status, and it's cheap. Let's buy it.
Hey!
If you're set on going to the Grand Cathedral, be wary. I've heard that place is a veritable den of monsters now. I must assume this is the work of that man, that necromancer. Ugh, just the thought of bones and corpses moving on their own sends a chill down my spine. I heard they like to weak magic. In addition, the skeletal ones are weak to physical blows. Let your fists fly and smack them around a bit. I've also heard about a moving stone statue. Couldn't tell you why. But they're statues that come to life. They are apparently immune to sword attacks, so be careful. I've only heard they're weak to wind magic, so if you're heading over there, keep light, wind, and weapons in your arsenal. That's all I know. I know little of your motives, but regardless, I hope you succeed. A man that needs to be stopped to end this madness at the cathedral. And we get in the scrap of paper, so we can check it. It does sound like its information could be useful to us, but the honeybee, a shady-looking guy like him, is a regular there. It doesn't really surprise me. First time coming into this shop. Yeah, that's why I came in.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello there.
I don't see your customers of your kind very often. Browse on your own leisure, though. Your tribe's dealings are your own. Have a look at this. Courier's anklet, agility +3. good stuff. I think I'll put on Silas. And we'll remember that shop. Oh, I spoke with Gallica by mistake. Let's see.
Really?
Doesn't look like there's anyone who needs helping hand right now. So that means that I've taken all of the ones I can, right? We have that one completed already, and 4 to complete. This one? Oh, to max out the healer archetype. Not even max, just to rank 10, okay. That's good to know. So let's equip Hulkenberg with the endurance plus 3. There we go. Much better.
You're not getting off the hook for that.
Something up?
Why not take a breather? There's a nice view and it's important to stop and smell roses, you know? Besides, watching how the people in Grand Trad might broaden your horizons.
Oh.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright then, it's decided.
Whoa.
The streets are packed, but at least it's not as huge a crowd as the royal funeral had. Sure, a bunch of nobles of the main street are around the Grand Cathedral. I see some Clamar, Rogue, and even some Mishka. But if you head to the back street, you see more Paribus. I guess that's what a class divide looks like. And then there's you, the only elder in town. Crazy how people will say the most vile things right to your face. Yeah, I do. I'm fed up with it. I know, they aren't even directed at me and it still makes me sick to my stomach. Just remember, there's not a single thing wrong with you, so just stand tall, okay? We're as free to walk these streets as anyone else.
Alright.
And 2 little blips on to wisdom. It raised a lot more than tolerance. Gallica and I headed home while discussing the people and stores we passed along the way. Nighttime. Spending time at night. Followers that are only available at night or hone your royal virtues. Gallica might have advice.
Please.
Don't know what to do.
If you can help.
Let's help out, right?
Yeah.
We always get a flood of guests at night. Look like it's going to be another hectic one. If you're free, could you lend me a hand with preparing food? If you'd like to help out, feel free to use the kitchen as you please. And you have the ingredients, I can show you how to make red grass roast bidu. Seems like Fabienne's having a hard time. She's done a lot for us, so the least we could do is return the favor and help her out. The least we could do is return the favor and help her out when we can. If I help Fabienne prepare food, my tolerance should improve. Yep, we will. Should we help Fabienne out? Yep.
You're a big help.
I appreciate the help. Now let's get you in the kitchen, shall we?
Next up is...
We finished preparing the fish, so now we just have to put them in that pot?
Oh, right!
The finishing touch is the addition of fruit as a secret ingredient. I forgot how to prepare it. What should we do? Hide it under the plate. No, this makes sense.
In that case.
We should grate the fruit in, then let everything cook in the same pot with the fish.
Whoa.
Interesting. It'll definitely soak up the fruit flavor if we simmer everything together. Hide it under the plate. I want to see what that dialogue option gets you. The dish draws you in with an aroma of fresh fruit. Let's serve it to the customer.
I knew it!
The customer wolfed down the whole plate. You're surprisingly good at this, Silas. Looks like I did a good job helping out. I feel like my tolerance improved.
Alright.
Little by little. I continued to help out as the night went on. Alright, someone wanted to hear about the honeybee. I should visit the young man at Solomia Street.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Louise's orders are not. 'Twas the necromancer who committed those acts of brutality we witnessed at the royal funeral. He undoubtedly prepares more of the same. Well, we're going to put a stop to that corpse-roving bastard before that happens. If the state army can't handle him, then it falls on to us to do it. The day of calamity we were warned about is just 9 days away. We need to stop that necromancer before then. And we will. Probably. But before we do anything, we do have a quest to report. So let's head over there. And there we go.
Close your
Ah, have you perhaps helped out of the Hush Honeybee? Please tell me what it was like there. I recounted to him the full story of my time as a sous chef. I see, so it's all in the preparation. From hearing you right, it sounds as though Miss Fabienne is rather particular about the ingredients she uses. This red grass you mentioned, not just anyone can get their hands on that here, can they? I knew she was no ordinary innkeeper. As I believe I mentioned, the place I work serves high-class clientele, and the head chef, not to mention the customers, put too much emphasis on the tribe. Just being a needy, I get a cold shoulder from Clamaran rogue nobles in particular, to be expected in society as it stands today. The head chef doesn't want people like that to even see me holding a knife. Probably why he sticks me with all the busy work and chores. I suppose I should be grateful I have a job at all, honestly. But still, there are lots of days where I question why I'm putting up with any of this. So I just wanted confirmation of the simple fact I think I've always known to be true, that the skill of chef has nothing to do with one's own tribe. Hearing about the Hush Honeybee has renewed my inspiration to keep cooking. I don't know what it'll take me, but I'm ready to throw myself into the proverbial frying pan. Oh, and of course, I need to thank you properly for what you've done. Here, take this as a token of my gratitude.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you kindly. Maglapil, Wisdom, and 2000. I forgot what the currency was called. Hey! We got Wisdom to level 2. Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with the knowledge to discern truth from falsehood. A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passion may be inflamed. For better or worse, we learned a lot about this country's attitudes towards different tribes. Who knew prejudice could even extend to cooking? But it's heartening to know people are working to make it better. So we gotta keep up our own fight too. Indeed. So, I think we're gonna leave it here. Next time, we'll probably go to the church and purify some of the equipment now that we are informed, and accept that quest from the Igniter Shop lady. And honestly, Day of Calamity sounds bad, so we'll probably head into the church as well. So, see you all then.